What is up? It is YT Customs, and I'm back with, the second video. Here it is, the league. The league name, everything is here. I'll discuss it with you guys right now. So, it's 10 slots, like I said. No, it's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna change that setting. You can only have one starting quarterback. You must have at least two starting running backs, two starting wide receivers, a tight end, and then the flex is optional. If you want to put a tight end in the flex or a third wide receiver, you can do so. Defense and special teams, basically, the defense or special teams of any team. And then there's a kicker, and then you have seven backup players. Say like a player were to get injured or suspended, well, that's where the bench players come in for. Or if someone's underperforming, and stat wise, you could just bench him, your starter, and then replace it with one of the bench guys you draft. Next we have is the next we have are the points. For every passing yard is zero point 0.0 points. Like every one passing yard. For one passing yard, it's zero point 0.0 points. For every passing touchdown, it's 4 points. But if a quarterback were to throw an interception, you get 2 points deducted. If your team decides to go for two and the quarterback converts completely, they get an extra 2, which would be totally 6 points given. And then for the running back, for every rushing yard is 0.1. So every 10 rushing yards is 1 point, technically. And then for a rushing touchdown is 6 points. Then if they were to convert for 2 and then they were to score the 2-point conversion, they get an extra 2. So totally resulting in 8 points. For every receiving yard, for every one receiving yard, you get 0.1. For every 100 yards, receiving, you get 10 points. And for every touchdown, it's 6 points for every touchdown reception for the wide receiver. And if they were the ones to convert on 2, you get an extra 2 points. Alright. Another thing, in case this scenario happens. Alright, in case this scenario would happens, if you're your top wide receiver who's also a returner, or a running back that's a returner, or anyone in your team that you decide to put as a returner, your special teams, that return the kick will get 6 points for every kicking return touchdown, and the same goes for a punt return touchdown. And if they were to, if the defense from the football fantasy drafted were to recover for a touchdown, that's 6 points. Another 6 points for a pick six. You get a pick six, which will actually result in a 6, ironically. And if they were the ones to lose a fumble, lose to a fumble, then they would lose 2 points. Same goes for the quarterback. If he were to fumble it and lose it, he would lose 2 points as well. For any block and field goal touchdown, if they were to block it or a punt block and it results in a touchdown, that's 6 points right there for the person that did it and for the special teams. And then, for a 2-point return, after, say, like, the other person's gonna, intercept the ball after the team fails to convert on 2 and then runs it back to the other team's touchdown, and then that results in a safety for 2 points, well, 2 points would resolve anyway. And it's 1 point for a safety. Say like a defense were to sack a quarterback and then he falls into the other end zone, which results in a safety. That's 1 point right there. For every field goal made, it's 4. For every field goal made, you get 3 points within the 0 to 39 range if it's close. But if it's a far kick, then it's 4. But if it's 50 yards plus, that's 5 points right there if they make the field goal. But if they miss the field goal, it's a -1 if they missed. Alright, for the defense part, for every sack it's 1 point. For every pick six it's 6 points. For every fumble return 6 points. For 6 points 6 points. For anything that results in a touchdown in the special teams and defense in general. Yeah, and then they add an extra 2 points for an interception. But say like they were to get the interception, but they don't return the touchdown, they'll just get 2 points only. If it's just that, not the touchdown, it's just 2 points for each. And for the defense, if it's 0 point, 0, it's now we're going to the points. If a defense shuts down the whole team, that would result in 5 points for the defense. And if a team were to allow 1 to 6 points, that's only 4 points. But if a team were to allow 7 to 13 points, that's 3 right there. If a team allows 14 to 17 points, that's 1 point. And if a team allows over 28 to 34, that's -1, and then -3 if they get blown out or it's a shootout. And it goes from -3 to -5 and so on. All right, now we go to yardage. If you allow less than 100 yards, you get 5 points. If your team would shut down another team for 199 yards, that's 3. 200 through 299 is only allowed, would be 2 points. 350 to 399 is -1. And then it goes down. If your team keeps allowing 400 to 500 plus yards, you see the rest. It keeps going down. It's your defense just gives up too many points and yardage. And and the same thing goes for a 2-point return. Same thing, same thing. And yeah, and that'll be it. There's a trade deadline if you want to trade. It'll be on November 21st, 2018. That's when you guys can start trading within. Yeah, we do have trades, by the way. Alright, and this thing's supposed to start by week 1, our week ups. And then and no, we don't have tiebreakers because, it's most likely not going to have to come down to that. And then we have 4 playoff rounds, This is how it would go. Look, I'm about to show you right now. Before I do show you, I gotta show you the draft, how it's gonna look. The draft is basically, snake drafting. It's not money drafting for auctioning. It's like, if you were to pick a person, like there's 10 of us, so it would be 10 picks per round. So 10 continuous picks for round 1. There's 16 rounds, so you get 16 picks for each. So you get 16 picks for your team. And yeah, that'll be it. But remember, I don't choose the draft order. It just randomizes. So don't get upset if you get drafted later. You get an end spot. I wouldn't be surprised if I got an end spot either. It just goes by random, so it's no problem. And then we have I gotta show you. Hang on, let me pause this real quick. And then if you go to the settings tab, you'll find your schedule, and this is who I play. This is who I'm gonna be basically playing. This is a schedule. You can find out who you're playing every week. Through the schedule right here. And then this is where the playoff brackets. It would be the top 4. Look. It would be the top 4 of the division. Only 4 teams can make it to the playoffs. The rest are gonna play for consolation prizes. Only the best 4 in this league right now can compete in the playoffs. The 4 finalists would be. It has to be the top 2 in the top 2 in the East, and then the top 2 in the West are making the playoffs. Sorry, because the league short, and this is an experiment. So if it goes out right, then I'll probably do a bigger one next year for like 20 next year. This is just to see how this thing goes, and if it's successful, I might do a 20, draft next year, like with more people, since I'll probably get in more subscribers. So it'll be more people willing to join. So yeah, and it's gonna be a little more entertaining. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'll see you guys later in the draft. It says 6:30 Eastern time later today. As of this recording, yeah, 6:30 Eastern time. Be there. I'm gonna be live. I already scheduled the event. Now I just gotta wait till 6:30. You guys enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the draft. And see you soon. And once again, may the best drafter win.